Alright, this is Crota giving you audio commentary, actually a shoutcast between Didi 8 and Insomnia here on Two Rivers. Yes, this is a very old school map for all of those who are very familiar with the previous ladder maps. This is Two Rivers. We have Insomnia spawning on the top left hand side as the human player in teal. Meanwhile, we have Didi 8 BG. I'm just going to call him Didi. Didi spawning on the bottom left hand position in the yellow position as the Night Elf player. Sorry about that. As a Night Elf player, we do have an early Altar of Elders, so that means we are not going to see Tavern Heroes at this time. Meanwhile, we have the standard Barracks, Farm, Altar of Kings that will be coming out shortly. That second farm probably going to be going right there, and perhaps a third one there to complete the wall off. We do have an early Ancient of War coming out as well, and the Ancient of War is not in position to do any AOW creeping, so no AOW creeping from coming from Didi at this time. Altar of Elders nearing completion, Moonwell nearing completion. I've got to assume this is going to be Archmage and Demon Hunter, since those do seem to be the most fairly common heroes. Archmage and Demon Hunter it is. Second farm being put down, Barracks nearing completion coming in from Insomnia. It looks as though we're going to have a, I guess, Archers and Footmen, Archmage and Footmen versus Demon Hunter and Archers. So a very classic build here. We do have the scouting units going to go ahead and pass each other. We do have a Wisp coming in, making sure that no player is going to do anything tricky or too techy right now, I guess. Nothing out of the ordinary. Demon Hunter will about to come out. It looks as though Archers may be a little bit late, so I'm expecting the Demon Hunter to come in and harass. Meanwhile, Archmage is most likely going to try to creep some creep camps, perhaps be able to get one or maybe even two green camps, but not really able to get to level 2, I don't think. There are only two real ways to get in to this map. There's this bridge over here and this bridge right over here. This north side is the faster way to come in, and it looks as though the Archmage is going to go ahead and try to do some militia creeping in before the Demon Hunter comes in. So we do have an early shot here. Militia going after those that Null Warden very nicely, drawing the attention and the focus fire. We do have a militia now trying to run back. It looks as though, yes, we're going to get a mana burn on the Archmage. The Archmage desperately trying to be able to get down, that last water elemental in time, unless that mana burn is going to go off. And it looks as though we have Wisp coming in. And it looks as though the Archmage is now going to go ahead and try to take down that Null Overseer, able to get down that second water elemental. Nice surround on the Null Overseer so that Demon Hunter is not going to really be able to get in there to do any real hits. Now trying to focus back to the Demon Hunter itself. The Demon Hunter is going to take some damage, but it looks as though no, you're not going to focus down that Null Overseer yet. It looks the Demon Hunter is doing a lot of damage right now. I'm trying to go after that single Archer. Mana burn for 30, not very cost effective right now. Now it is going to go ahead and switch back over to that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter takes down that last water elemental, and it looks as though the Peasant and the Archmage is going to get to level 2 off of this final kill and pick up a 1 of Mana Stealing and a Slippers of Agility plus 3. Another mana burn. Archmage really not going to, doesn't have that much mana. We do have a drain one of Mana Stealing, so that one of Mana Stealing is going, oh, nice little stop from the sheep, and it looks as though that the Demon Hunter is going to be able to head back and use those Moonwells. Sorry for those if I have a little bit of a lisp. I have a little bit of a cut on my tongue, so it hurts a little bit to talk. I'll try to deal through this. This is a pretty short game. This is part 1 of 2, most likely, and Insomnia looks as though he's going to be getting a fast expansion up. No teching the tier 2 at this time, so we're going to be seeing Footmen for quite some time. Meanwhile, Tree of Ages nearing halfway completion. We do have some Archers coming in as well. Archmage drops a water elemental. Nice mana burn on the Archmage, and it looks as though that Demon Hunter is going to try to get into the main base, perhaps? No, it looks as the Demon Hunter is not going to be able to really do any damage here. I do not know if we have Defend researched at this point in time, but with so many Archers, I've got to assume that Defend has to be on the mind of Insomnia. We do have 5 Peasants speed building the Town Hall. And here we have the units going ahead, trying to focus down that one particular low hit point Footman. Demon Hunter down to 160 hit points and is going to be able to escape. Looks as though those Archers are getting tied up a little bit. That 51 hit point Archer may go, yes, it does go down. So one Archer down, one Archer traded, and we do have the expansion that is now up and running. we have a lumber mill being produced and more farms being produced and more footmen being produced. I still don't think we have an arcane vault yet, so no shop and no really any additional units. Okay, it looks like the archmage is going to go ahead and try to creep out some more, and the demon hunter is going to come back in with more archers. Okay, it looks like that lone footman is going to go down rather quickly to the focus fire of those units. Insomnia's footman may want to make a beeline to... No, he is not going to go aggro the creeps. And a nice pathing from the archer. The archer is really doing a lot of good damage and unable to aggro the creeps. Meanwhile, we have the archmage now standing by. We still are at tier 1, trying to get some additional wood. Still producing footmen. Still no time for defend, I think. And now we have our scout tower coming up. Demon Hunter is now back in play. It looks as though Insomnia is really doing a good job pulling those, even those medium hit point footmen back out from that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is trying to run around. Is there no... yeah, there are shops on this map, but the shops are pretty well guarded, so no brutes of speed being purchased at this time. Demon Hunter is trying to figure out a way to get in, unable to get into Insomnia's base. And it looks as though Insomnia is getting a real economic advantage now. That economic advantage is going to give him a real strong advantage unless Didi is able to go ahead and tech very quickly. It looks as though we have Ancient of Lores, Tree of Eternity coming out, so we're going to see bears soon. Bears will be a good counter and with the rejuvenation and be able to perhaps swing the battle very quickly. The footman now down. The footman does go down. We have a low hit point footman as well. Nice pathing coming from Insomnia, and that archer is going to go down. So they're going to go ahead and trade some units, an archer for a footman. Archmage currently sitting at level 2, sells some items and is going to go ahead and use a clarity potion and a scroll of regeneration. We do have a Keeper of the Grove, so this hit and run tactic is coming from Didi is going to probably start to wear down Insomnia, but Insomnia does have a tower up in his base, so the expansion does have a tower, and it may be a little bit harder to creep then or harass any things. It does depend on the timing. If he wakes up these creeps before he sees this, yes, he does wake up the creeps, so he is creeping, and he is not going to be able to defend this as easily or as well. We have Demon Hunter getting mana burn down. We have units trying to run away right now, and it looks as though Insomnia is going to go ahead and have to cancel his creeping. Units now trying to run to the back. Farm goes down. We do have the Arcane Tower now trying to drain the mana of the Keeper of the Grove. We do have a repair on that tower now, but those archers are going to do a good amount of damage, and it looks as though the Demon Hunter is out of mana. The Keeper of the Grove is... Oh, do we get a surround on the arch? Oh, we got a surround on the Demon Hunter. Very nicely done. He's gonna have to teleport if he's not careful. Oh, he does break out a little bit, but he gets re-surrounded and has to teleport. Wow, very nice play coming from Insomnia with those defend footmen, able to force the Demon Hunter back. Very nicely done. I'm gonna go ahead and take this time to actually let me speed up the game a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and pause right as he begins creeping again, and it looks as though it's going to be right here. All right, so stay tuned for part 2 of this replay.